I'm kind of disappointed because I did want to start this with the they made like the podcast joke in the movie.
Yes.
I was literally just gonna like copy that, but I couldn't find it. Like I couldn't find the script. I couldn't really be fucked opening the movie and sitting through the first like 10 minutes just to get to that point.
Yeah.
But I was gonna start it with that. I can't remember what it was. It was something like it's something about like I podcast because I have no friends or something.
Yes, that was it. Yeah, it was like kind of fun. That was funny as fuck.
And I was like, wow, I'm really glad we chose to do this movie for the podcast. And I was gonna copy that, and then I just didn't find it because I was lazy. Welcome everyone to the Chin Watched podcast again, episode. Fuck,
5?
what episode are we on?
I think it's 5.
Yeah, 5. How am I already losing track? We're on the 5th episode. And with me today, I have an actual different guest.
Hello,
Connor Herzl.
I am
He's
new.
here.
I am Connor, and I'll be the greatest guest in this podcast history, this short history.
I mean, it's not hard.
It's a very low bar. I'm sorry to any previous guests. I'm not going to name names. He knows exactly who he is.
Brad. But now you also insisted. I already opened my beer because mine is a bottle, but you insisted that you have to crack your beer.
Yes, I have to crack the can open. I want everyone to hear that.
Oh, that was a nice crack.
Spicy meatball.
That went very well. I liked that one. But yeah, I've got Connor here because he is somewhat of a Scooby-Doo enthusiast. That makes you sound like you're crazy.
Historian. It does. I'm not going to say I'm a historian like somebody else would say.
It makes you sound like you're fucking like sitting in your room with like Scooby-Doo posters and a Scooby-Doo Doona cover and like, Scooby-Doo is my favorite movie. It's also my favorite TV show. I'm a bit of an enthusiast myself, honestly.
Just a bit of an enthusiast, you know. I will say one thing. I can recognise the sound of the Scooby-Doo werewolf movie where Shaggy turns into a werewolf through a wall, because I did that in Airbnb once. Someone was watching it very loudly the next room over, and I could recognise it.
That's
don't know if that's.
I love that.
I reckon that's my credible source of like how I'm an expert on this topic. You know.
Incredible. Also, I want to inform you as well. I think I just heard it again. Your cat in the background.
Yeah, this climbed on top of the door.
It's not an issue. I just want to point out that Bailey is the second guest on the podcast.
Bailey is guest.
He's just chiming in every now and then.
He's saying, "Yep, Scooby is great. I love him."
So if you hear a cat noise, it's not my cat. It's his. But yeah, it's we're actually talking about our first new release,
brand spanking new
podcast.
All new, baby.
Exactly, because we started mid fucking isolation. It was pretty late into isolation when I started actually, but like there hasn't really been any new movies. Like we mentioned that like Trolls World Tour came out, but we're not going to talk about Trolls World Tour. I haven't seen the first one. Like, what have I got to say about Trolls World?
I didn't even know that was. I didn't even realize World Tour wasn't the first one.
Well, apparently it was like one of the first movies that it was actually why they released this digitally, I think, because it was one of the first movies that they actually dropped in quarantine.
Went pretty well, like considering everyone.
Yeah, well, I mean, like they were saying it didn't make as much money as it would have at the cinemas, like as much as they projected it would, but it still made like a lot of money for what it was for dropping it at home.
Yeah.
And that kind of like paved the way for this, which like different company, but you know, I don't think if that didn't happen, I don't think they would have done it with this. They probably would have just delayed it a month or so and
hang on.
Later on.
Oh, don't worry. No, the cat was stuck on top of the fucking door. He just couldn't get off, and I think that's why he was meowing a lot. But he's figured his way down.
He was stuck.
Yeah, he's figured his way down.
How about you just get a smarter cat? How's that sound? It's not
But
hard.
a smart cat wouldn't be as cute as this little boy.
Yeah, that's true. Bailey's pretty cute. Although mine are pretty smart, and they're cute too. Come on. Get a grip. But,
Bailey,
yeah, we're talking about... yeah, fuck you, Bailey. We're talking about Scoob,
Yeah,
It came out.
Not Trolls, Scoob. In
No,
case you've only just
Scoob.
tuned in.
Not
Go on.
not trolls. If you've decided to skip in 4 minutes into the podcast, we're talking about Scoob, not trolls. Yeah. When did this? It came out Friday. So
last Friday, I think.
5 days ago from when we're recording this. Which is why we had to wait to do it this week, because we record before Friday normally. So we had to wait to do this episode. But yeah, this was like really exciting because, actually a new movie. But I guess, like, kind of already talked about it, but in the same sense of starting off the other ones with like where our like, I don't know the word. I was gonna say like fandom, but like that again makes us sound obsessed. But like where
people who enjoy
started,
that movie, you're not gonna put someone who's never had any form of communication with Scooby-Doo media say, all right, you're doing this podcast, you know?
Exactly. So I want to know where you sort of stand with Scooby-Doo. Like, so what do you remember? Like, what was the first Scooby-Doo thing you saw? Like, was it a show? Or was it the live-action movies?
It would have been like the cartoons on like Boomerang Cartoon Network back in.
Yeah, I'd be the same.
Back in the day, like you get the classic red shirt Shaggy, which I never liked. I always hated his red shirt, but I always preferred the green shirt over red shirt. But I used to love the cartoons
shirt all the time.
Yeah, it's just a classic childhood memory watching cartoons, and then obviously I've seen the movies. They're just some great movies, the live action ones.
They are nightmares to watch.
The monsters
they are
in that
just the worst.
In is it Treasure Island or Mystery Island, whatever it was called? Oh my god.
Oh fuck! What's it called? Is it called like Spook Island or something?
Spooky Island, something like that.
Spooky Island. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Oh my god, those monsters! They were a handful.
Yeah, I mean, those movies are just. They haven't aged well.
No,
at all. The CGI is no good in those movies.
No, it's straight up no good. It's awful. What year did it come out? Like,
why are there 4 live-action Scooby-Doo movies?
Is that including the Daphne and Velma movie on Netflix?
Possibly, but I think it's more so including. There was one where they were like teenagers or something, and it was like a straight-to-TV one as well.
Oh, don't remember that.
Well, I mean, like, I know we're not talking about the original Scooby-Doo movie, but, like, while I'm looking at it, it's still funny to think James Gunn wrote the 2 movies.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then he went on to do, like, Guardians of the Galaxy and the new Suicide Squad. It's fucking hilarious.
That's classic
what was I
James
looking
Gunn
at again?
right there.
Oh, the island. I was trying to find the island name.
Spooky Island, do you think it's called?
Why can I not? I can't find it.
I'm
struggling.
The start of that movie as well, and they have that breakup scene. It's like the weirdest thing ever.
Oh, were they all like split up?
Yeah.
Yeah, what a weird way to start it. I think like that's something that this movie did kind of interestingly too. It's like because the why am I losing my words? The original cartoons, I'm talking like the first ones, are all kind of the same formula. It's just like, they get told about a mystery, they go and try to solve it.
They do the mystery.
Turns out to be, they do the mystery, they struggle, and then they say, let's set up a trap, and then they do it, and then it turns out it's a character that was earlier mentioned.
Yeah, like the hotel owner, or the mayor, or...
Yeah, it's always the same.
The president of that African nation, Ghana. I don't know. I don't recall any specific episode like that.
Neither do I. I literally do not recall anything. But I think this movie and the first live action movie and a few of the like new series as well, they sort of focus more on like parodying that and being like, I know that's what normal Scooby-Doo is, but that's not what we're gonna do. Which I think is why like when that movie started and they all split up, it was like, oh, okay.
We're not like the other Scooby-Doo movies. We're different.
We're not one of those. We're different. We're unique. I'm still trying to find this fucking thing. Spooky Island. Finally. It was
What year was that?
Spooky
What year did
Island.
that come out in?
2002. And the second
See,
one would have been
that would be
04.
near Alien 3 as well. That had some really bad CGI. That's just...
Alien 3 come out that late?
Oh, no, that came out in 92. Jesus Christ. I was way off.
Yeah,
But-
not quite. 10
Yeah.
years off.
I had a 2 in it.
So you had Scooby-Doo Monsters Unleashed came out in 2004. And then I was trying to look at the other ones.
There's the one
There was The Mystery Begins, Curse of the Lake Monster, and then the Daphne and Velma spin-off.
Oh, that is awful.
Yeah.
I watched the first 5 minutes of that, maybe.
And then there's this.
And I reckon that's how long it took them to write it. But
Probably.
anyway, we come on to
It looks
Scoob.
pretty bad.
Scoob,
Yeah, we should talk about the actual movie that we're
2020,
talking
the
about.
movie that we watched.
We did not watch the other movies. I've seen them too many times.
Yes, I would rather not put myself through that.
No, this time we're talking about Scoob. So this one is, as it's described on Wikipedia, a 2020 American computer animated mystery comedy film. It's interesting. It's the things it's doing. I kind of expected, but I was sort of thrown by how they did it. But the plot is basically the mystery gang end up tied in with Blue Falcon, who's a superhero, to basically stop Dick Dastardly, the guy from
Yes.
fucking Wacky
Races. And that one
from-
South Park episode.
Even just the little, just the description that that Wikipedia gives is just like, if you read it without you seeing this movie, it just says the film's plot follows the mystery gang as they are enlisted by Blue Falcon to prevent Dick Dastardly from opening the underworld and unleashing Cerberus. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
when you just read that, you're like, what the actual fuck? Like,
Yeah. It's a
and
bit of a mindfuck, you know? You don't really know what's going on, but
yeah, it's a bit. It's such a bizarre concept, and I know that like this movie has been. I think it's been going around for like a while. Like they've been working on it for a while.
yeah.
Because I remember when they announced it a few years ago, they announced the cast, and I was
Yeah,
like,
it's a really good cast.
it's
like-
really good.
Like
Really,
Zac
really
Efron as Fred, one of the best castings you can imagine for. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's just, if you're gonna think of Freddy as a modern day actor, you'd think of Zac Efron first, I reckon.
Yeah,
Blonde Zac
that's
Efron,
true.
obviously. Not.
I guess
brown-haired.
he does get the. He
Got a bit of
nails the like jock sort of voice.
Yeah,
I think
whole,
part of me though, like I know it's
I'm an
supposed
American
to be a
man,
reboot.
you know, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a reboot, but part of me, the whole time, missed the original voices. Like
Yeah.
they had Frank Welker as Scooby Doo, which I think he's been doing that for years
Eons, yeah.
now.
But yeah, the voice for Shaggy was the only thing that really didn't fit to me. That,
yeah,
like,
I know you wanted
every,
to talk. I had that as well. I wanted to talk about that as well.
every other voice, I thought was good.
Pretty
Like,
serviceable. Yeah, I didn't have any problems. I just
Yeah.
think like, yeah,
it's just, I don't know, it just
something
didn't
about
seem,
Shaggy's voice was just off. Like he said.
Yeah, like there was only, it wasn't all the time. It was just, you know, only like every once in a while you just hear something like that's not Shaggy. Like
Yeah,
it's,
and I think it pisses me off because you don't need like the original actors. Like if you watch any of the cartoons or like even, I will say this: the live action movies aren't good. The first two, the actual good ones, they're not good. But at least the actors have nailed the voices. Like every
Yes.
single one of them sounds like they should. Like to the point where Matthew Lillard, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, he still voices Shaggy in cartoons. I didn't know that.
yeah, I
So
didn't know.
he's-
That. I literally only just found that like a second ago.
Literally,
when I looked it
he's
up.
still been voicing Shaggy. And I think because he nailed that voice in the movie. And so you look at the character and you go, yeah, that's Shaggy. Whereas in
Yeah.
this, you look at him and you go, yeah, that's Shaggy. And then he talks and you're like,
It might be
quite.
Shaggy's like brother or like younger cousin or something. I don't know. It's
yeah,
like
maybe it's his like
you
distant
get
relative.
like I
don't
guess
know.
it sounds like Shaggy. Maybe it's like Shaggy's like a family name, not not a nickname for actual Shaggy. You know.
I think okay. I want to talk about like positive things in this movie, so we can reel in on the negatives later.
Okay.
Also, I forgot to say this, but from here on out, it is very possible that we're going to spoil this movie. We will try not to talk about direct plot points, but I'm pretty sure I'm just not going to hold back.
Yeah, it's gonna.
If you haven't watched it, it's pretty easy to watch. You just watch it at home.
Yeah, you don't have to go. You don't have to go to the cinemas to watch it. You know, with that being illegal.
Leave the house. It's just there. Okay. It's all right.
You can watch it completely legally on Amazon Prime. Is it?
Yes, I like how you say it like
completely
you can watch it
legally
legally on something that I don't know. Like, where is it that you can watch it legally? I wouldn't know because I watched it on a USB.
I mean, if the FBI is listening to this small
I'm a
person's...
paying Amazon subscriber. I bought it
this is
for $30.
Free advertisement for Amazon right now. You know.
You know what I love? Amazon Prime. This episode is sponsored. I'm kidding. But.
Not enough people listen to that. Listen to this, know that.
Literally, not enough people listen to this for us to get sponsored. Okay. Positives. The soundtrack is fucking amazing. It's good. It's okay. The first song in the movie is "California Love." I was like, okay,
that was a good. As soon as I heard that, I was like, sing along, "California Love," you know.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, just like that. It is a good tune, and it was really good for the movie. I thought the whole scene that had in Venice Beach, obviously, to start.
The soundtrack is like fitting, but it's not. It's not like in your face. It's not like Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
it's like the perfect mix of like it suits the scene that it's in, but it's not like totally down your throat.
Definitely.
I didn't really write any other notes about the soundtrack. I just remember I liked it. The only other note I had was DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled.
All I do is Win played, and I just wrote DJ Khaled.
Oh, I don't think I wrote that down, but I definitely almost wrote it down.
Yeah, I felt that was very important to write that down. What other positive? I like the animation. Okay.
Yeah, it was good. I
had a few issues with it. Mainly inconsistencies between, specifically, I feel Blue Falcon and Shaggy and Scooby. I don't know if it's on purpose, but Blue Falcon's animation looks really smooth, and then Shaggy and Scooby's is supposed to look like, like old Scooby-Doo cartoons,
like a puzzle piece. Yeah,
but so they're supposed to look like that, and I understand that they're both supposed to look the way they do, but when they're next to each other and almost moving differently, it's a little off, a little jarring.
It's a bit...
But I do like that all of the animation, and even like the I know it's weird to call it cinematography because it's technically not a camera, but a lot of the cinematography, like even when they're driving the mystery machine, it's always front on the window, like it would go be to side on sometimes, but it's like front on, like it would be in the old cartoons.
Yeah,
which that was good.
Well. So obviously, every animated movie has to have their small cute minion that is definitely there for commercial use.
Oh my God.
And this one is no different. What was his name? The little vacuum dude? Sucky? Or Blowy? Something like that? I don't know.
I hope it wasn't Blowy. I can't remember what it was.
It was something
okay, now
like
I'm
that.
going to have to look it up. That's another thing I should have written. Vacuum
Man.
Robot.
I feel like they only said his name once, right at the very end as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they only said it at the end.
Chef or something? I don't even know.
Yeah, it was like dumb. right at the end. Okay.
Also, just like, I actually wrote this note, like, why does every animated movie have this small cute minion that is there for commercial? They're probably trying to sell like stuffed toys and stuff. I wrote that like when I first saw them as...
I think it's... In this movie, it doesn't come across as they're trying to sell toys, but it comes across as like they're just trying to put in something for kids to laugh at rather than something like actually well constructed. You know what I mean?
Like a minion.
Yeah,
Like the
literally.
yellow minions from Despicable Me.
But
That's what
minions
they
are
are.
very obviously designed for what
They look like
for
a teddy,
toys.
you know?
They're designed for toys,
Yeah.
and obviously that works. But
Um, Also, like
I
that
was
they're
trying to
opening the
think what
door for
else.
Scoob 2, Mystery Inc. versus the Decepticons.
Yep. I can't
Yep.
wait. That's gonna be
Wrote that
really
about
fun.
2 minutes in. I was like, okay, Decepticons, I love it.
Literally. Um, I think okay. I just want to talk about so many negatives, but I gotta keep on positives. I'm trying to think what else I really liked. Some of the jokes were good. Okay.
Yeah.
One
Oh,
of
there
my
was some.
negatives is not every joke lands quite. It's not quite there, but some of them were good.
Oh,
Um, I should have written the actual joke down because all I've written is the Tinder joke was pretty funny, and I
there
can't
was
remember.
that.
But it was something like, "Shut up! You thought Tinder was like for for lighting a
Lighting
fire or
fires or
something," and I was like,
something.
"That's actually funny." But
There was that one scene in the amusement park that there was like just one liner after one liner that like somehow set up the next one liner, and I was
yeah, you
laughing.
liked
But
that a lot.
I liked that bit. I'm a dick with a D. That was
Yeah, that was pretty good. Dick with a D, Rick.
yeah.
No, Dick,
But
Rick.
like
I was
Scooby
like,
had some
okay.
good one liners as well. Um,
Yeah, and then I think the ones that didn't land as much for me were always the ones that are like they're trying to be like, "Oh, it's a cultural reference. Do you get it, kids?" Laugh at it.
yeah.
Like
They would
the
have
I
got this. There was one that I liked as well. Drop some f bombs. Whoa, man, let's keep it PG.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was a good
That
one.
was
I like
a good
that
one
one.
as well. It's not so much a one line, obviously, but it's a good joke, like a
It's a
one
good
after the other
joke.
kind of thing, which
Um,
most kids would get. I feel like as well.
yeah, I don't want to go too much into jokes I didn't like. The paying for Netflix one was no good,
That
but
was
that was a
yeah.
bit on the nose, and I was like, it's just not that good. I don't even think
Haha,
like
I paid for this
kids
quality
will
content. Yes.
kids won't laugh at it. Adults probably won't laugh at it, so it just kind of sits there. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Um.
Um, I did say, I just realized I saw my notes. I didn't write the name of the vacuum robot, but I did say it's pretty much just BB-8.
Yeah.
Like,
Almost.
it
Yeah.
sounds like BB-8 and
Yeah.
like
Except he
does
sort of does
the
talk a
same
bit as
shit.
well.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like his beeps actually sound like words. Like when he
Yes.
beeped like "I'm sorry," but it was like beeping. I don't know how to else to explain it.
Yeah, those robots were weird, but
They were weird. They were scorpions and also teddy bears at the same
yeah,
time.
yeah. Look, I don't have any other major positives. That's not to
Um,
say I think everything is a negative, but
yeah, I agree.
a lot of it is just serviceable, I think,
Yeah.
which is
Um,
kind of frustrating. But
One thing right at the start of the movie, how they're going to do that right at the start of the movie by not letting the guy say, "I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids and your stupid dog."
yeah,
That
but
is
I
like
like it. They cut it off.
I
It
didn't
was
like
good.
it, but I wanted to hear it. It was.
It was
I don't
good.
think.
I
I don't think.
liked it.
Did you ever hear it throughout the rest of the movie? I don't remember. But
Um,
I.
I think he says it at the end, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
no, no, I don't think he does. I don't remember now. Maybe.
yeah. But I remember thinking like, damn, I wish I heard that right at the start of the movie. It would have been good for
Yeah,
the.
but I think like that was the joke of that was
Yeah, I know.
like
It was a.
you expect to hear it, so they cut it off, and it's like that's the point.
You have to watch the
I don't
rest
know.
of the movie to hear it.
We'll talk about what happens at the end.
We'll talk about
Fucking
that
hell.
later. Um,
Okay, that's probably enough for the. I have so many negatives. Before I get into the negatives, I didn't hate the movie. Okay, it's
No, I liked it.
completely serviceable. It's a 6 out of 10. Kids will probably like it, but because I'm a cynical adult Scooby-Doo fan, I was a bit annoyed by more things than I should have been. But you know what? Whatever. It's fine. Okay? It was an okay movie. Kids might
Yep.
like it. Perfect to put on for an hour and a half for kids in quarantine. Okay? Fine.
Yeah. How many Scooby snacks are you giving it? Did you say?
6 out of 10 Scooby snacks,
Yep.
or 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I reckon I was sort of like 6.5 out of 10. It was a good movie. I didn't want to give it a 7 because 7 felt too high, but I felt like 6 felt too low as well. So it's 6.5 out of 10.
That makes sense. I feel
Yeah.
that. That's
Um,
yeah. I just, again, I don't hate it. I have negatives with it, but none of them are like major negatives.
Yeah, I don't
still
think there was
enjoyed it.
anything really out and out bad about it.
It's more so like cringe shit, or like
Yeah.
face. Okay, now I'm back. Okay, Craig sucks. Okay, I'm putting
Craig
it out there.
sucks.
Craig straight up sucks. Okay, Brady's
Craig
been
is-
saying it for weeks. I'm saying it now. Craig sucks. Okay,
I can
we were
back
just-
up Brady's claims that Craig is an asshole.
We were halfway through talking about whatever we're talking about, and
I don't
then
even know what we're
Craig
talking
just
about now.
disconnected, and I was like, "Okay, sick." So the recording just stopped, but we're back. We're fine. It's okay.
We're back. We know what we're doing now.
Fucking Craig. I'm
I
always
know what I
ready
was about to
ditch him.
say. I don't know what you were going to say, but I know what I was about to say. There was one part where they sort of tried to shove every one of Fred's stereotypes into one like sentence, like one scene. That he's like
When
a
was that?
horny, dumb, pretty boy with
The police officer.
the police officer
Yeah,
one.
that
Yeah,
was
he's
like
just,
the best scene in the movie. So
yeah, they just like tried to shove everything into that one scene, like every single one of Fred's stereotypes.
it was pretty funny though.
Because I'm an American man.
So good.
I love that one.
He's very good in the movie, but I think they also just kind of went for dumb Fred.
Yeah, dumb Fred, definitely the tank,
Yeah, literally.
as everyone's favorite talent.
I guess so.
Scout, we'll say.
One of my bigger negatives that I have with the movie that isn't just a cringe thing is the fact that the entire appeal of Scooby-Doo is the gang, right? The 5 of them.
Yeah,
In the first 20 minutes, they split them up. That's it.
yeah, that was.
And like,
Yeah,
they
I
come
totally
back
agree. That was a
together
bit
at
annoying.
the end,
Yeah.
but it's kind of annoying because it's like that. I
Yeah,
get
like
that
they-
that's not what the story is about. The story is about Scooby and Shaggy and their friendship. I get that, but it's like
Yeah.
you're taking a core concept of 5 characters who the whole appeal is that they all gel together really well, and then you take 3 of them and 2 of them and split them up. It's like, what?
And put the 2 with 3 new people who,
Exactly.
let's face it, don't gel as well.
No, but
still
they're
got-
fine. You know, Mark Wahlberg
Yeah.
is fine,
Yeah, he's good.
but like,
I mean, he did like make the movie go from like taking half an hour to an hour and a half because of his decisions, but that's just the character, you know.
no, okay, no, that's another negative. I think Shaggy is the reason everything goes wrong in this movie. He
No,
fucks
I
up a lot
totally
of
disagree.
shit. He fucks up
No.
a lot in this movie.
No.
Okay, and don't even.
No.
I had to
It was
specifically point
Brian.
out. Okay, sorry for the. I'm just getting into spoilers already. The point when Scooby is gonna go with them into the jungle or whatever to find Captain Caveman, and Shaggy says, "I'm staying here. You have to choose me or them." I was like, "What the fuck, you dickhead?
Yeah,
They're trying to
that annoyed
save
me.
the world," and he's just like, "No, you're my dog, not their dog. We're
No.
stoners, not them." I'm like, piss off.
They wouldn't have had to go there if Brian wasn't a dumbass and decided to go to Romania instead of the Gobi Desert.
Great. Brad's in the chat. So, but yeah, I mean, I think Shaggy caused most of the issues. He
That
fucked
issue wouldn't
up
have
a lot
happened
of
if
shit.
Brian wasn't an idiot.
Okay, moral of the story: Brian and Shaggy both suck in this movie. Noted.
Brian's a fucking idiot.
Um,
Shag's a bit of a self-conceited dick.
The only
but-
character that doesn't deserve a spot in this movie anymore, any less than them, is Simon Cowell. What the fuck? Why? Why is he here?
What the fuck was Simon Cowell doing there?
2020. This movie was released in 2020. Okay, Shrek 2 came out in 2004,
Dude! Oh
and
my
that
God.
had Simon Cowell in it. Okay,
Said
16-year
16
difference,
years.
and 2 animated movies have had Simon Cowell play himself. Why? I don't understand.
I understand that Simon Cowell is a cynical bastard,
But what's the reason? I don't
know why he's there. He's there to make it seem like they're going professional. He like One Directions them up, you know?
I guess that was the joke. Is it was supposed to be like One Direction?
They are One Direction, but at the same time, no. Simon Cowell can fuck off.
But I don't... It makes me wonder, now that I'm thinking about it, it makes me wonder if that was supposed to be some big One Direction joke that they don't say is a One Direction joke. Like, comes to this group of 5 people, and then he's like, yeah, this group isn't going to work without the 2 of you. And it's like, it seems very that, but I'm like, they didn't mention that it was that. And so it kind of just comes across as, we have a celebrity playing himself for the sake of having a celebrity playing himself.
For no fucking reason.
Yeah. Really weird. I don't know.
Yeah,
I was just like, why is he here?
Yeah. One other really weird thing. I think Dick Dastardly might be doing the Dick Nastardly with his minions. Velma pulled a pube off one of the minions. I'm not even a pube. It was just a short, curly hair that didn't necessarily match with the way Dick Dastardly's hair goes. He's not got long hair, obviously, but...
So is this your theory?
This is my fan theory.
Is this the reoccurring segment?
This is
Brad's fan theories, but without Brad.
Brad's fan theories without Brad.
Doo.
Yep.
Do. So your fan theory is that
my fan theory: Dick Dastardly does the Dick Nastardly with the minions. I don't know what they're actually called. Call them the minions because that's what they are. He's little robot minions.
I hate it so much.
Well, what was that one small curly hair doing on the minion? Explain
mustache hair. He has a curly mustache.
Well, how did it get there though? How did it get on the...
Oh.
Why was he so close to the minion?
Your theory is like too good for me to shoot down, and that's the issue. I want to tell you you're wrong, but I can't. He
is, as he said himself, a dick.
Alright, confirmed. Dick Dastardly is doing the Dick Nastardly with his minions. I'm just looking at my original notes, and I don't know. I guess like my first few notes were like, this opening scene is just Scooby-Doo stealing kebab meat. Then I said the meat should be covered in sand. Then I said the kid versions of them all look like shitty Bratz dolls.
The kid version of Velma looked like Edna from The Incredibles.
See, I didn't really notice that. I didn't even think of that.
That's the first thing. I was like, that's just Edna, but like, not.
But see, you noticed. I didn't notice, but you did. And I was like,
no,
okay,
just because like the
cool.
short black hair and like the short person, obviously like the short kid height person, you know. The big glasses as well, like the big square glasses. Another thing I did notice, Velma had braces. How old are they supposed to be? In that.
Oh, I don't know.
I was thinking Shaggy was around like 8 or 9, to be honest, but.
Yeah, they looked pretty young, but then I'm like, they're out by themselves.
Yeah, you know.
Because they never stated how old he was in the main events of the movie, in the present. But they did say at some point, like, we've been friends for 10 years or something.
Yeah, so you'd assume they have to be at least 16 in the...
No. Oh, in the present.
At a minimum, because like that's when Freddy's driving. Right, obviously that's a legal age for driving in America. I
estimate these versions of them are like 20, maybe 21.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought. Still, like, 11 is very young to have braces as well.
Yeah, that is true.
Bit of an inconsistency with that, but
as an expert on braces, I'd have to say there's a bit of an inconsistency. I'm not really, not really appreciating the inconsistency with brace time frames in this movie. So that's why I gave it a 3 out of 5. Because of the brace.
The braces were wrong.
Yeah, look, I don't know. There were things about the kid scene that I liked. I liked that it was the introduction to like the classic formula. I liked that they still had that.
I did think, honestly, when I first saw the trailer, that it was gonna be like a bit of an origin story because you see them as kids. So like the first thing I thought was like, how does he talk? I thought they were sort of gonna try and explain how he talked.
He eats kebab meat and it.
He eats kebabs and that's how he talks.
Yeah,
kebabs.
That gives you the power to speak if you're a dog.
Yep.
I
So
guess like
if you want to
that
talk to your
came
dogs, feed them kebabs.
that came across as like obviously they're not cashing in on Baby Yoda because it's a bit later, but it's the same thing. We have
Yeah.
Baby Scooby. Oh, look at him, so cute. Oh, Baby Sonic. Oh, so cute. Like every movie now has baby versions of animated characters. Oh, Baby Yoda, Baby Sonic. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that
Scooby.
in every movie, but I get it. It was just like the design of Baby Scooby. I was like, don't care. But they kind of, they moved past the kid thing, and then I didn't like the version of the theme song, but
I didn't hate it, but I didn't. I know what you mean. It wasn't.
They should have just used the original, like.
Oh, it is a classic though.
Yeah.
That original.
No, just use the
Just leave like a
simple
2-minute pause, and
plan
you can just like
version.
add the original song in there.
Yeah, the rest of the
When you
podcast
edit
is just
it,
going to be every Scooby-Doo theme song. Yeah, no, it should have just been the simple plan mystery and What's New Scooby-Doo? That one. What's
Yeah.
New Scooby-Doo? Coming after you.
Coming after you. That was a good one.
That's
as
the
well.
best theme song. But
I did like a couple of times they did do the classic Scooby-Doo, like running through the hallways. They did that right at the end. Like they run through. Obviously, they didn't have like doors to run through, but like where they run through,
Yeah.
they keep like changing directions. I like that at the end. I think they also did it at the start as well.
I think that's what I liked about that part of it, though, is that they managed to like reference the originals without just redoing the originals. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they weren't just rehashing the old stories. They have this whole new story, and then it just has little like references and like now I can't even think of the word, but like, throw like callbacks to.
Yeah, it's a reboot sort of, like it's not a.
Yeah, it doesn't come across as them trying to just do the same thing again. And when they do reference the originals, it comes across as a homage, not like they're forcing it.
Yeah, not a. Haha, remember this?
Yeah, which
That's
I
what
like.
we are.
I like
In
that.
case you didn't realize, we're actually Scooby-Doo. You know that? You know
Do you
that
remember Scooby-Doo?
cartoon you used to watch
Do you know
when you
that
were
one?
like 10? Yeah, you know that one?
You know that one? That's
That's
us.
what we are.
Scooby-Doo. Yeah, that was what I liked, but I think once they moved past the original, that like them as kids, and then you get into the actual plot, I was like, okay, it's just a superhero movie, so that's cool, I guess.
Yeah, it pretty much is just a superhero movie with like more supporting cast than most superhero movies.
Yeah, and the
Like the supporting.
the issue with that for me is that what they could have done is made like a creative like it doesn't have to be the same formula as the originals, but make like a creative mystery story, because that would make it more unique than making just another superhero movie that's probably going to be forgotten pretty quickly. Like the plot is going to be forgotten pretty quickly, I'd say.
Yeah, this movie doesn't stand out as one that'll.
No, you don't
Like,
watch it and go, yeah, that's going to
you won't be watching it over and over. Like, you're not going to go ahead in like 20 years' time and be like, that was an absolute classic. That's Scoob in 2020.
Exactly. But like that's the thing, is like I don't love the Despicable Me movies, but I could still remember the plot from the first one because that's the only one I've seen. But I could still remember the plot from the first one because it's so unique. Like it's so different to everything else. That it's its own unique thing. Whereas when you get this, and it's just kind of a superhero movie, it's like we have plenty of those. We have plenty of animated superhero movies.
It's not almost as if the last 10 years have completely been dominated by a superhero franchise, making a massive web of interconnected movies. You know.
I don't know the ones.
I don't know.
Is this the DC movies?
No, not that one. What's the other one?
The Joker.
So I can't.
Just that one.
Yeah, no.
Just the Joker movie.
The Joker's the one movie. Yep, that's the only movie it's copying.
Yeah.
Not necessarily copying. I'm not going to say that, but.
Yeah, I think what the issue is, Scoob directly copies the plot of Joker. I think that's the problem. I do think it was a bit over the top. Yeah, I was gonna say it was a bit over the top when Scooby-Doo like stabs a guy. Like I was like, that's a bit much. But
shoots a guy on live TV. That was a bit much.
Yeah,
Spoilers,
like
those who
wiping
haven't watched
blood on
Joker,
his
well, there you
face.
go.
I don't know, bit over the top, but you do you, Warner Brothers. Like that's what you want to do.
Yeah, well, you do you indeed.
But yeah, I think I preferred the Joker. Now, I think yeah, for the most part, the plot is just very forgettable, and like you remember parts, you remember aspects, and obviously like you remember the main moments of it, like Captain Caveman coming in was kind of cool, I guess, and like
That was funny.
yeah, that was pretty good. I liked seeing him, and then even like Blue Falcon's introduction, like that's kind of cool, but the general plot, like the last 20 minutes,
Like the
I don't fucking
whole
know what happened.
reason for Dick Dastardly wanting to go. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to spoil anything for those who haven't watched it. But the whole reason for Dick Dastardly wanting to go into the underworld was a bit dumb.
But
like,
it was very Dick Dastardly. Like that's very to his character at least. So
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
if you just didn't be a Dick Dastardly in the first place, this wouldn't have happened. If you did your research before you did your dumb science experiments,
That's true.
Yep.
Okay.
It was
But like,
kind of hard to like keep saying what I'm trying to say without spoiling it.
I know
It was a bit dumb.
I'm
Well,
honestly
I did like it.
thinking what I'm gonna do is not yet, but when we want to talk about spoilers, I'm gonna set like a 2-minute timer where we can just talk about spoilers all we want, and then when that's over, that's it. That's the last. Like we can't say anything else about spoilers, because then we can just say anyone that doesn't want to hear it. Because I know like Mitch hasn't watched it yet, and it's Mitch, so he's not gonna watch it for like
any movie
6
yet.
months. He doesn't want to know, so we won't spoil it for him.
That's
but I
Mitch
want
is
to
going
talk
to watch
about
this
the rest
movie
of
in 12 months' time. Be like, boys, no spoilers.
Boys, no spoilers, please. I still haven't seen Rise of Skywalker, boys. Come
Jamie
on.
hasn't watched it yet.
Jamie hasn't seen Rise of Skywalker yet, so I haven't seen it. What I'm
Love
trying to
you,
think-
Mitch.
I don't really have much else to say that isn't a spoiler now, I think.
Yeah, I know. I was really... Actually, I'll say this one thing. I was really hoping that Dick Dastardly did it, though. I was like... He kind of didn't feel like a bad guy for those last, like... I'll say like 20 minutes. He didn't feel like an awful bad guy. It was just like a... Like, I get you, man. I feel your pain.
Yeah.
And I kind of want you to win. But then, as soon as he gets what he wants, you're like, okay, fuck off and die now.
Yeah, I get
You know?
that. And I get that. I
Like,
do
they
think...
did do a good job of making you feel like he's on your side for a bit, while still being the bad guy.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know. Like I said, parts of it were good. Parts of it were a bit Nothing was really bad, but like...
Yeah, it wasn't a bad movie by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't what I was expecting. Like, it wasn't as good as I was hoping.
Yeah, I think that was another issue. Is
But I
I
feel
set
like-
my expectations kind of high, but like...
I feel like a lot of animated movies are the same now. Like, I want them to be really good, but they're just not as good as what I was hoping for.
Yeah, that's how I really feel about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I was a bit disappointed by that movie. I
Yeah,
don't
that
really
is the
like
only
it.
one that I can say is not a letdown. I think that is the greatest movie ever
Oh,
made.
it is a fucking masterpiece. But
It's up there.
I mean, I liked what was the one? Shit. Now I can't remember the name. What was I
The
thinking
one with
of?
the dog who can talk and they solve mysteries
Incredibles
together.
2.
You know, that
Shut
one.
up, dickhead. I was thinking Incredibles 2. I don't know why I couldn't get that in my head, but I liked that.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that is a good movie.
That was
Another
good.
good one is Cars, but then again, Cars,
Cars
2 is a
3.
massive letdown.
What a classic. Okay. So here's the fair warning for everyone. When I say go, I'm starting a 2-minute timer. Is 2 minutes enough? Do we need more than 2 minutes? Maybe we should go
I don't
3 to
reckon
be
it's
safe.
too much.
Nah, let's
Yeah,
do
let's go 3 minutes to be safe. I don't know. It's up to you.
let's do
your
2
thing.
to limit us so that we don't go too crazy.
Yes.
But this is going to be good, okay? So
Yes,
when I
some
say
spoilers.
go, okay, if you don't want to hear any spoilers, skip to exactly 2 minutes in the future, and I promise we will be done by then, okay? If the alarm goes off, I will say stop, and everything will stop. You won't hear anything, okay?
No more spoilers.
Okay, no more spoilers
then.
from now. Okay, Simon Cowell at the end really pissed me
Oh
off.
my god, the first thing I wrote down when I saw Simon Cowell was, I bet he's going to be the bad guy. And then when I
You've got
saw him, I was like,
screenshot
oh my
proof
god,
of
I
that.
was fucking right.
We have proof
And
that
then
you
I was
took
like,
that
hang on
note.
a fucking second, I'm not right. What the fuck? They never go for the double mask.
I did like the bait and switch, the double
You're
mask.
fucking right.
Incredible.
You're bait and switch, you know.
I hated that when they revealed that it was Simon Cowell, he made a fucking Cats reference. Because I try my best to forget that I saw the Cats movie at the cinemas and I spent $20 on it. So I try to forget that even happened. So then when he says something like, "Oh, I also played Rum Tum Tugger in my school's production of Cats," I was like, all I'm thinking about is
Oh,
Jason
no.
Derulo's version of Rum Tum Tugger thrusting for the entire movie, and I hated it.
Thrusting.
Okay, I do not want to have any mention of cats in any movie ever. Okay, especially in a kids movie. We've only got 53 seconds left, but was there anything else you wanted to say that was spoilery? Because I know we just wanted to get that out there.
Oh, it's not really a spoiler, but Fred is a mechanophile. Mechanophile, yeah. He wants to fuck his car, and that is confirmed at the very end when he gets a brand new car, and he's like, "Oh my god, I missed you," and he starts kissing it, and you're like, "Dude, Fred, get a girlfriend. Come on, man."
Daphne's right
Bit
there.
sad, bit gross.
I liked the
Daphne's right there.
the little like Captain America reference when he took the front of the
Yes.
car and like held it
He
like a shield.
wiped the dust off it as well.
It was kind of good. I kind of love that. 15 seconds. Anything else you want to mention quickly? Well, we've got 10 seconds now. I think that's it. Like, I don't want to.
Yeah, I think that's some main spoilers.
We just wanted to talk about those, pretty much. 3, 2, 1. There it goes. Okay, we're done.
Okay.
We are all
You're
done
back?
with
Boobs.
spoilers.
There you go. First thing you're hearing is boobs.
Not again. Fuck.
Not again.
Herzl, don't spoil the movie. Look, yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this. It's a movie.
It is a movie.
That's pretty much my rating for it. It's a movie.
It's a movie.
It happened. It's kind of
It
gone
involves
already.
Scooby snacks.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I'm not going to remember anything about it in like a week.
Yeah, there's not really much I'm going to remember. It's not a very memorable movie. It's a serviceable movie. It's a good movie. It's not bad enough to say there's never going to be a sequel, but they've also sort of left the door open. Like, we could have a sequel if we wanted to, but also, like, if we don't want to, we won't have a sequel, you know? It's a very, like, this is the end, but also, like, I feel like that is a franchise, like Scooby-Doo as a franchise is always going to be like that. Like, we could have more movies, you know?
Yeah.
They never...
Hey,
they never leave it as...
Look, if anything,
We're breaking the band up, you know?
I'm excited for what comes next. Like, even if it's not a Scooby-Doo movie, I'm excited for, like, do a fucking Wacky Races movie, please.
Wacky Races.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
They did a Wacky Races movie where Shaggy turned into a werewolf.
Do a Wacky Races movie that just goes, like, off. And it's just, like... Just literally make it like it's just a racing broadcast. Make it like the show, but an hour.
Freddy kills Velma, you know?
Yeah, Freddy kills Velma.
And he's like, dorky chicks like you don't actually turn me on. Yeet. Gets her off the map.
Yeah.
Gets her off the map completely.
Fred can like go with his car.
Yep.
He can fuck his car.
Freddy's driving the mystery machine, and the mystery machine is driving him.
Exactly. No. He loves a good ride.
Yep.
I also want to bring... I now want to bring back the segment that we introduced last week, which is reading low reviews on Letterboxd for the movie that we just watched. Because it gives us something to talk about. The first one, which I think we can really analyze what they've said here and like talk about this. Like, this could drag the podcast out for another half an hour. This guy by the name of Matt Singer has given Scoob 2 stars and said, Scooby Dooby don't. Okay, next review.
That's a great one.
That is all. Okay, let's have a look. I'm just trying to find ones that are like actually good.
How about this one from Beef Squash? Have you seen that?
No, I haven't, but please read.
It's 1 star. Boob Scoob then upside down, Boob Scoob. Then in,
Oh,
I don't even know what font that is, Boob Scoob.
oh my
Another
god.
different font, Boob Scoob.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna make it easy for you. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different fonts. It says Boob Scoob. 1-star rating, Boob Scoob 10 times.
What? Why is it just
I don't
Boob
know.
Scoob? That doesn't even make any. It's got nothing to do with the movie. There's no boob scoobs in this movie.
You
There's
know,
no
I don't
Scoob
think there was.
boobs.
I don't remember any. I don't know any boob reference in the movie at all.
Okay.
Yep.
This review is from Cam with a B emoji next to his name. He gave it half a star and said, "As a diehard stan of Scoobit Doobit, this one hurts. This one hurts a lot." And then has just so the review is that sentence, and then the rest of it is just the lyrics to Logic's song, the one that is about suicide. It says, "I've been on the low, I've been taking my time, I feel like I'm out of my mind, it feel like my life ain't mine, who can relate?" And it's just the whole lyrics for that song.
Alright, that's...
This one, another half star from Bergens. Kids love jokes about Simon Cowell, Tinder, and dabbing. Scooby-Doo, famous brand, action film for whole family. That's how they wrote it, just like that.
Good. Yep, I get that.
Oh. What the fuck? Some of these are just like rough. Like, I don't think it's fair. Okay. This one says, it's by Chris. It's half a star, but they've also given it a heart. So, like, that means that they liked the movie, but they've given it a half star and said, "Everything is half-assed straight down to the casting. We spend more time with Falcon than we do with the gang. None of the gang even like each other. This movie is very cold and empty. I'm just glad I grew up in the golden age of Scooby-Doo media because this is, in bold, dog shit. But they've given it a like?"
Alright,
That sounds like clashing ideologies there. Like,
yeah, I don't
did you
know.
like it or did you not?
There's one good one as well. 1-star review from Nick, exclamation mark. "Thank God Scrappy Doo died in Miami, so I didn't have to live through this hideous threat to humanity."
That one's
That's
good. I highly rate that. Yeah, people are just... Wow. Some people didn't like this movie at all.
It's only got 2.5 stars, didn't it? On Letterboxd, like, as an average. It's...
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Like, I know I only gave it a 3, but, like, it's not the worst
It's not
movie I've ever
2.5.
seen.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come off it.
And then I think we'll finish it off with this one from a user that's just called Ice, but in a, like, interesting little font. They've given it half a star, and all they've said, mind you, all lowercase, no apostrophes or anything.
That
"Fuck
changes
that
it
furry
entirely,
dog,
you know?
I'm gonna cut off his red rocket."
Oh, wow. Okay, that is...
I think
That
that's a
is
good spot to... How do you hate this movie? It's not that bad. Like, come on.
Yeah,
It's not that bad,
I
right?
don't-
Like, I'm a Scooby-Doo fan and I liked it. So,
yeah, no, that is different, you know? I'm kind of speechless about that guy's... That's some serious, like, hate crime against Scooby-Doo there.
some people just really didn't like the movie. I mean...
Oh, I just thought of one thing I did really like about the movie. How they decided to... How Shaggy named him was hilarious.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
And
I'd seen that
pretty sure
because
they
it was
released
in a
that
trailer.
in the trailer. Like,
Yeah.
they released, like, the first 5 minutes on YouTube already or something.
Still a
somebody's,
good
like,
job.
the cop's like... "What's his name then? Scooby? Middle name? Doobie? Last name? Do."
He just goes, "Yeah, right."
Yeah, well,
Moves on.
them's the laws.
Yep.
Literally says, "Them's the laws," and walks off.
Might be the
Back
best
to his
line in the
bike.
movie, really. Yeah, look, some
But he was
people seem to
also
be a
nearly
bit
called
harsh.
Snacks.
I wish his name was Snacks. But then the thing is, if he's
Snacks
okay
McGee.
in this movie, if he's just named by Shaggy, when does he take on the name Scoobit? Like, when does that become a thing?
Yeah. When does that become a thing? Yeah.
Or does it not in this universe? Like, is it in this universe? Is he just
It's a
Scooby Dooby
different-
Doo, or is he not Scoobit Doobit? Because they never mention.
That's
the
for
name
the sequel.
Scoobit Doobit.
Into the Scoobiverse. Into the Scoobiverse.
Scooby Doo's just minding his
And,
own business, and then an alternate version of Scooby Doo appears out of nowhere, and he's like,
Hello,
"Roll."
I am your friend and counterpart, Scoobit.
Yep, and then
We're gonna go back to
Scrappy
my
Doo
universe and
comes.
save the universes.
Scrappy Doo comes
Save-
in like a mech suit. Oh my god.
Scrappy Doo is actually another alternate reality version of Scooby Doo.
And
Who
one of
has
them,
dwarfism.
it looks normal, but he comes with red shirt Shaggy.
Oh,
I think
no,
we just wrote the
I
sequel
don't want
to this movie. The villain is red shirt Shaggy.
Oh, and he has an army of Decepticons on his side.
Yep. He has
Yep.
the vacuum cleaner robot on his side.
Yeah, whoever's if anyone's listening from the Scoob HQ, we are available. We
Yep.
accept cash. We accept cash payments only.
No tax.
No tax,
Um,
of course, because
Yep. We're
ATO doesn't
open,
need to know about our ongoings.
you know, you name your price. Like we're pretty flexible as long as it's above $1,000 a page each.
Honestly, I'll take a 6-pack at this point. You know,
Yeah, true.
I wouldn't.
Take a six
I
pack.
wouldn't say no.
But that, like, at the moment we can afford a 6-pack. That's the thing. Like, normally we can't, but right now we're rolling. We can. We're fine.
Yeah, but like this is for the future. You're not gonna bring a sequel to Scoob for another like.
Yeah, that's
3
true.
years
By
at
the
least,
time
so,
we
like,
write
we're-
the script, like, it's gonna be a work of art. It's gonna take a few years, like, you know.
It's gonna be worth at least a slab.
You know, like
You know?
Toy Story 4, like that took like almost
Oh.
like took over 10 years after Toy Story 3. Like I'm thinking
But it was a masterpiece.
that that's like what we're going to get to. Like, you know, we are going to need that time to really write like a masterpiece. Like they might be able to put out like another Scoob movie before ours, you know, like cuz ours is going to be a real adventure to try and write, but it's
Yeah,
gonna
of
have,
course, yeah.
It's going to have
It's
romance.
gonna
Drama,
have Scrappy Doo,
murder. It's going to have sex.
Simon Cowell.
It's gonna have Simon
or
Cowell.
It's gonna have some other famous person.
It's gonna
who
have
doesn't
Simon
really need to be
Cowell
there.
having sex. It's gonna have all of it. It's gonna. This movie's gonna blow your fucking mind. Scooby Doo's gonna
Yeah,
shoot
bro.
someone on live TV.
This will actually include the Scoobiverse because
It's gonna be Shaggy. He was almost to that point in this movie. Do you think Shaggy was almost at the point in this movie where he would have shot someone on live TV? Because I could see it in his eyes.
Oh, he was getting there.
He was almost at the point of the Joker on the train. He was almost there.
Not quite, but he wasn't far off either.
Like, do you think in our movie, right? So this is what I'm thinking. What if we do like what they do with the Terminator movies now, where they just disregard what happened in like a few of the movies?
So we had to go back in the future again, back in the past again, because what we didn't actually work. So
Yeah.
we're doing it again.
So yeah, what if we just do it again and we get the whole first half of the movie is the same, but then at the point when Shaggy gets rejected, he's on a train and gets assaulted by businessmen in suits, three businessmen
in suits.
and he shoots them. And then that becomes the conflict of the
But
story.
one of them gets away.
Yeah, this sounds like a good. I'm down for it, honestly. But then, like,
Honestly-
we never really see Shaggy. Like, it's assumed that Shaggy doesn't have a mum, right? So, who is he gonna smother with a pillow? Like, would it be Velma?
He does say something about his mum though.
Does he?
When he's on the sand, he's like talking to his sand friends. He's like, "I told my mum I was out with friends." But he does have a mum.
Oh, okay. So he does have a mum somewhere. So
There's
so
no
maybe
mention
he will.
about a dad, but we do know he has a mum, so he can smother his mum with a pillow
He might. Yeah.
if need be.
That's
If
true.
need be, doesn't
But I
have
think
to do it.
we shouldn't copy the entire plot of just Joker. Like, we should take in some extra stuff. So I'm thinking we go.
Yeah, so I'm thinking we bring in the Incredibles as well. So like, Freddy's actually in a race, but he's got superpowers. So he's a bit too fast. He has to like make himself come second because otherwise
Okay,
he's too fast,
that
and
makes
like
sense.
everyone will know his secret. You know.
But I was also thinking we cross over with like the boy with striped pajamas, and we have,
whoa.
we have Scooby Doo in a no, too far.
A little too far, maybe.
I can't wait to write Scoob 2. It's gonna be great.
Into the spot, into
Into
the,
the
Holocaust.
Scoobiverse.
no, into the Scoobiverse. Into the Scoobiverse is what we're calling it.
I'm actually gonna
Not into
write
the Holocaust.
Scoob 2 into the Scoobiverse. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I think that's all we have to say now, I guess. We've written our masterpiece, our creme de la creme of the Scooby-Doo universe, so I feel like that's a good spot to end it, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's
I guess
6.5 Scooby Snacks out of 10, 3.25 Scooby Snacks out of 5. You want to do it out of 5? I don't know. We want to keep it consistent with the rest of your
3
podcast.
out of 5 Scooby Snacks, 6 out of 10 Scooby Snacks, doesn't matter. Either way, Scooby Snacks. That's what matters, you know?
Scooby Snacks.
Same
Yeah, that's
rating.
all that matters. It doesn't really matter what we're rating. It just matters that we're doing it out of Scooby Snacks.
Yeah,
that's
pretty much. Doesn't matter. Just Scooby Snacks.
Scooby.
Give a big thanks to Connor Herzl coming on this episode.
Much better guest than Brad.
Much better, but we won't tell him that. Just Brad, if you're listening, get over it. Move on. You'll be again in like 2 weeks. You'll be right.
Get your own podcast. Stop trying to be a co-host.
Literally, get your own. Go do Brad watched. Fucking hell.
Brad watched ill.
Ew.
No one would listen to that.
Well, we were still considering doing Chad watched. You know, that'd be good. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on. I think I can't remember if we organised for you to come on at any later point, but you probably will.
I think there was a mention of Cars, I believe.
Yeah, Cars is happening eventually. When we do Mighty
if there
Ducks,
ever is
I
a
think you
Spider-Man
should come
episode,
on.
I am down for that too.
Yeah, and I assume you'd probably do a Star. Oh, sorry, burped as I was saying that. You'd do a Star Wars one.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, because you're pretty big on the Star Wars. You know, I wouldn't exactly call you a Star Wars enthusiast. Like, you're a Scooby-Doo enthusiast, but you're not really.
I wouldn't say I'm a Star Wars historian, because that would just be...
That would be pretentious, wouldn't it?
That would be a bit pretentious and a bit cocky to call myself a historian of something that I'm really not a historian of, you know? Not trying to throw shade at anybody, but you know how it is.
Like how everyone else is just so civil, and then you come on and you just decide, I'm going to ruin everyone's career except my own. You're going to ruin it so that to the point where no one wants to come on except you.
I'm shooting arrows at people, you know?
Literally.
Bang.
One at Brady.
Bang,
one at
Brad.
One at Tierney. But you missed Tierney. You haven't really made a fire on Tierney yet. I mean...
Tierney's episode sucked, and so did Lockie's, even though they were the same 2 episodes. Bang. Bang. There we go.
They're probably going to say the same about your episode.
Yep, so, but...
Sucks for you.
I was the first one in a new movie, and they've just done old movies, so who's really the more important one here?
Pretty old of them to do that.
Yeah, bit pretentious of them to think that old movies actually matter.
Did you only come on here to start shit? Because you're doing well.
Yeah, no, I'm doing well. That's what that's the whole point of it, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
To piss off my friends.
That's why I said, "Oh, you're coming on to shit talk every other host." Oh, we might talk about Scoob as well, but like, you know, that's not really the main talking point. But yeah, no, like I said, I really appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you letting me on.
Next week is still up in the air a little bit because we don't know what we're doing yet. So I'm going to be working that out this week, but I'll obviously promote it on the Instagram, which, speaking of, if you're not following our Instagram, follow it. It's just at Chimwatched. Facebook is the same. It's just Chimwatched. And Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everything. It's just Chimwatched. Really easy because no one else was stupid enough to name their podcast Chimwatched except me. So you're not going to struggle to find it. It's the only search result.
Here's an idea, actually. Here's an idea.
Yeah, go on.
Next week we get Charlie, Jasper, and Bailey. Put them in front of the mics. And just
I said we should do this, okay? We get all the cats and we just get them to talk.
All the cats. We get Audrey, Oscar, and Dusty as well.
Oh my god, we just interview the cats? Oh fuck, that'd be
awesome.
We should do those a bonus, like a Patreon paid episode. So you have to pay $10 a month to listen to the cat episodes of the podcast. And we talk about the exact same things, but just with the cats.
Yep. Taylor, Piggy, if you're listening, hit us up.
I doubt either of them are, but if you are,
if you are,
let us know. That's how I'll know if you've listened to the podcast. Let us know. But yeah, very easy to find. And everyone else,
don't let them know we've told them to do this, because it'll be funny if we don't hear anything.
No one tell Piggy that this is what we're doing. But yeah, that concludes the podcast. I don't really have a way to wrap it up.
Play that funky jingle, Chin Man.
Fuck, I hate that. I don't know why we're still doing that joke. I'm
feeling it for Brad, sorry.
Yeah, look, bro. Maybe I'll just edit Brad in saying it. Or I won't,
Yeah.
because I'm too lazy.
Or you won't.
So, doesn't matter.
Probably not.
So if I don't, here's the jingle. Now. There it is. Now.
Now?
Now.